Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over some book of the month books that I've recently purchased in the past few months. So let's get started. Okay, so I think I have about 8 books to talk about, so let's just jump into it. The first one is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham. And this one is about a girl named Chloe Davis, and when she's 12 years old, 6 teenage girls go missing in her town. And her father ends up confessing to all the crimes, and he's put away for life. And Chloe and her family are left to weather the storm of all the effects of that. So then we fast forward 20 years later, and Chloe is a psychiatrist and she works with troubled teens. She's getting ready to be married soon, and she's really happy. She's finally found a good place in her life, and then stuff starts to happen. So that summer, there's one girl that goes missing, a teenage girl, and then shortly after that, another one. So at that point, the summer that she remembers as a child starts coming back in her head, and she's wondering what's going on, if she's just imagining it, if she's being paranoid. But that's basically all I know. So this is going to be a book about what happens at that point. Okay, then we have Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins, and such a pretty cover. And I know that this one is about one island, and it's known for cannibalism, shipwrecks, and rumors of murders. So it takes place on that island. There's a group of girls, they're in their 20s, they're pretty, they want to have a good time. So they end up taking a vacation and going to this island. But then when they're there, they realize that they're really far away from civilization, and then weird stuff starts to happen. And I believe one girl goes missing, and then after that, things just start to get crazy. So I will let you know how this one is. I hope to read it soon. Okay, then we have The Maid by Nita Prose. This one is a mystery. I think it's more like a whodunit type of book because it's about a girl named Molly Gray. She doesn't have great social skills, so she ends up taking a job at a hotel, and she cleans the rooms there. She loves the hotel. She loves working there. She absolutely loves her job. But then one day she walks in someone's room to clean it, and his name is Mr. Blake, and he's found dead. And he's a regular there. He goes there all the time, and she's the one who finds him. So at that point, I believe she's getting questioned, and she isn't very good in social situations, so I'm sure that freaks her out a bit, and it's just a story about what happens from there. Okay, then we have The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramont, and this one is about the 11 days when Agatha Christie went missing. So that's pretty much what I know about it. I don't want to know too much. So it says, why would the world's most famous mystery writer disappear for 11 days? What makes a woman desperate enough to destroy another woman's marriage? And how deep can a person crave revenge? So again, I really haven't heard much of this, but some of the reviews, they're mixed. So I look forward to seeing what I think of it. Also, on the topic of Agatha Christie, we have Death on the Nile. And this one, I believe, has just been made into a movie, or it's about to. So I believe that's probably why it was on Book of the Month. But I have never read anything by her, so I decided to pick this one up. What I know is it takes place on a luxury cruise along the Nile, and someone is murdered. It's a girl named Lynette. She's really beautiful, and they're trying to figure out who killed her, why. And I guess you just go through all these different people, and you hear a little bit of information about each one, and kind of makes you guess the whole way until you finally find out who actually did it. So again, since I never read anything by her, I heard this one is a good one as well. All right, then we have Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu. And this one is about, I think it takes place in 1938 in China. And it's about a woman who has to seek refuge with her son. She's forced away by the Japanese army. And then years later, her son ends up living in America. And he's changed his name to Henry. And then he has a daughter. Her name's Lily. And she starts to wonder about his past. He's never talked about it, of course. There was a lot of things that happened. And he realizes, well, I may have to tell her, because how is she going to know where she came from if she doesn't know my story? So this is just it says it's a history of modern China told through the journey of one family. So I picked this one up because I really haven't read anything like this before, and it sounded good. Then we have the Magnolia Palace by Fiona Davis. This one is about a girl who lost her mother during the Spanish flu. And from that point, she kind of just loses everything. She's grieving and she's taking it really rough, and she is having trouble financially just in her normal everyday life. Then she decides to take a job as a secret secretary in the Frick Mansion, which is a known mansion in New York. And while she's doing that, she comes across a lot of family issues that go on there in the mansion, and she has to kind of keep quiet about it. There's like betrayal, and there's murder, it says, and it says that she comes across so many things that could actually endanger her life. So this is just her story about what she went through, and then what happened when she started working as a secretary at this place. The last one I have to talk about is called Olga Dies Dreaming, and it's by Xochitl Gonzalez. And this is about, it starts in 2017, where we follow Olga and her brother, Pedro, and they live in New York, and they're very successful. They're well known there. They have good jobs, but under the surface, there's a lot of things that they're hiding. Their mother, Blanca, left them, and they were raised by their grandmother. So they're doing just fine, and then something happens where Blanca tries to come back in their life. So they're left trying to fix all the things that happened in the past, and I'm sure they have to deal a lot with forgiveness and just trying to come together as a family again. So that one sounded really good to me. It also talks about the Hurricane Maria, I think. It talks about Hurricane Maria, and that's how they ended up coming together again, because that affected Blanca, and I believe that's when she sought out to find her kids. Although I'm not positive that's how it happened, that's what I'm assuming. So these are all the Book of the Month Club books that I've picked recently. Let me know if you've read any of these. I haven't read any yet, and I hope to read it soon. Probably I would like to read a couple next month and the month after, just to kind of catch up on them. But yes, that's all I have. If you like this video, please like it on the screen, and subscribe if you like more videos. I try to post once or twice a week. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you've read any of these, or if you have other Book of the Month books that you've picked that were different from mine. I'm always interested to add more books to my TBR. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.